Check. Check. Check, check. 1, 2. Irrit. 1, 2. Check. Check. Microphone. Irrit. Microphone. Leave it alone. Microphone. Check. Check microphone. Microphone. Check. Checky microphone. Microphone. Check microphone. Microphone. Check on the microphone. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't take it no more. Checky, check. 1, 2. Microphone. Check 1, 2. On a motherfucking microphone. Check. Crystal Kite, hello. Saw me watching Nintendo Prime. Check testing. You ever been to a any type of concert? You have like the guy like microphone. Check. 1, 2. Hello. It's like, dude, just go microphone. Check microphone. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Okay. It's good. It's all good. What did the thumbnail look like here? See, I'm seeing my lighting up here. Like I got this lamp up here. I've been trying to figure out a decent way to I don't know, make things like stand out, kind of like that. Like up here I have this, I bought these cheap, well, they're actually pretty cool lamps, but bought them from the dollar store the other day. They were like a $1 blowout sale, and they're pretty cool. And I got one on the floor behind me, and I was trying to find some kind of translucent, transparent, like different colored, like plastic, like plastic wrap sheets or something like that. So on this one here, I have this blue cup that I found. It's not really adding, I mean, I don't know. I got green on the floor back here. I mean, it doesn't really look green, but I think that light on the floor kind of pointing up looks alright. I just wish I didn't have the slant ceiling here. That's kind of the bummer. I wish I had a little bit better camera, I guess, even though, I don't know, I'm having a lot of issues with YouTube and trying to figure everything out. But like, I have this camera here, but there's no real way to use it as like a webcam. Actually, I think, there's no way to actually use it as a webcam. So someday I've been wanting to start filming videos with that, just to have at least the videos look alright. But I'm trying to figure out I've been slacking. I'm trying to figure out new ideas for different videos and how I want to actually want to grow this channel and what I want to do it with. Because gaming is, saturated as all hell. But it seems a decent amount of my subs has basically come from like Animal Crossing community. And it's like, I like Animal Crossing, but I'm new to it. And I've done a couple, different like opinion pieces and stuff on what I want to see in the new game. But until that comes out, it's like, I don't really want to just film you know, a 3DS, and I don't have an actual capture device for a 3DS. Plus, even like the, you know, different videos I see on like Animal Crossing online, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of tough to do straight up Animal Crossing content. Like, I don't really know like what I do. I mean, you can do like tutorials and show, you know, how you get like, I don't know, different items and stuff like that, I guess, but that just seems like a personally played game where it's like, I don't know, I guess hard to put like a good spin on it or do like satire or jokes surrounding it. Like I don't know if you've played much of Animal Crossing, but you can have different characters say like different things that come up to you and ask you for different ideas for like catchphrases and stuff. And I usually have like some funny ones, like you know, they'll come up and they'll be like, oh, zip zoom, and then they're like, do you have a better like catchphrase? And I'm like, yeah, and I type in like, you know, like I'm a bitch, like I'm a little bitch, or like one of them was like, yo small cock, like all as one sentence. And then I had one of my characters on the Weaver, or the DS version that I have, Wild World, on the Wii Virtual Console. I had him use the N-word. And one of the streams I was doing, I had a new subscriber, and then that happened, and the dude said that. And then the girl was like, did that just say the N-word? And then she basically like peaced out, and I was like, oh no, like I forgot that I had written this like dumb stuff in there. And then she was, you know, offended by it, and I just laughed and was like, well, that's one subscriber one subscriber that I've already forced away, I guess. But I don't know, I've only been doing YouTube for, you know, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So I'm just trying to get in the groove of everything, but it's definitely been a little bit of a strain just trying to figure out how to learn everything. You know, figure out how to make everything look good, figure out, you know, how to do editing, making your sound all right. Like, I bought this computer basically for YouTube, like, you know, 2 months ago, and other than that, I hadn't actually had my own computer in a long time. Like, I just didn't follow computers. And so even just something as simple as plugging in the microphone and trying to figure out the headphones, like, every other time I go to stream, all of a sudden, I can only hear myself in the headphones, and then I can't get the sound through the headphones, and I'm, like, clicking on stuff, and I'm like, this was working just the other day, like, why is it different now? Go to the dock. That's what I was gonna do, and I wasn't quite sure what was up here. So you're saying if I go down to the dock and then just fire off a round? What the hell is that over there? There's a thing. I almost didn't even see that. See, with the camera angle and stuff, I know there's a lot of stuff that they have, you know, facing upward. And with how tight it is over your shoulder, you can't see a lot of it. Look how good those trees look. Like, man, things have come a long way. Especially too, I don't know how old you are. Don't worry about the shop. Summon the master of the lake. Damn, you're 15? It's crazy that I'm 32, and here this game is as old as you, and you've played it, and I haven't played it. It's a great time to be gaming, though. I find it amazing that just how far things have come, and the fact that, you know, I lived through all of, well, not all of it, but most of it. I mean, basically my parents, they bought a Nintendo, like, when it first came out, because some of their friends had, like, Mario and Tetris. Alright, so do I have to, let's see, do I have to shoot that? Yeah. So my parents, they bought an NES way back in 1987 or 88 maybe. So I was about 1 at the time, and the thing should have been like 150 or 170 bucks, but when they brought it to the counter, it rang up as some kind of radio, and it was only like 45 bucks or something. But they bought it for themselves, and then my brother took it over. Oh, okay. This is so old school. I was trying to push the triggers. Alright, so I guess I gotta go through there. Or over here. Alright, then that makes sense. So even then, I mean, how old were you when you were playing that? Because as far as I know, I mean, that could have just been like maybe 6 years ago, but you could have also been like 5 or 6 when you were playing it. I had a GameCube. I always wanted to buy a brand new one in the box, because the GameCube I got, I forget, at that time I had, oh shit. Yeah, I was waiting for something like that to happen. See, these actually remind me of like real quick time events. A lot of these newer games have like really bad, a lot of the newer games have like some pretty bad quick time events. Oh man. Okay, so he goes under, and then I basically get whipped around. Oh no, he's gonna get me! Oh, I have multiple. Okay. Man, this is exhilarating. From a sister's boyfriend? That's pretty cool. That was cool of him to give you his system. I mean, I guess especially if he wasn't into it, then it's just kind of whatever, but if he was actually into it and he was like, here, I'm gonna get this little dude into gaming, like, here you go, then either way, that was pretty cool of him. But back in the day, I had the regular Xbox, and at one point, I ended up selling it, which I kind of wish I didn't. I wish I still had that, because I still have all my original systems back here. That's one of the ones I don't have. But even my GameCube, I have it sitting right up on top of my computer here. Alright, which way is he coming from? Yeah, I have my GameCube sitting up on top of my computer here, and even that was from a friend. I forget. I think I just bought it from him. Like, man, I wish I could go back to. Yeah, I have some of those demo discs too. Like, I still have some of the Xbox 360 demo discs. But most of the demo discs I have are for PS1 and PS2. Like, I actually thought about doing a video on those and just putting them in and showing off some of the games, because a lot of the games and demos and stuff that were on there, like, even back in the day, like 1997, 1998, some of the games that were on, like, the original PlayStation 1 demo discs, like, some of those games never even came out, and they would have, you know, like, behind the scenes, like, interviews and, like, in studio, like, old school kind of footage and stuff like that. And some of those games never even came out, or they did, like, years later, but they were completely different ideas. But yeah, I wish I could go back to when the GameCube went. The GameCube had the discount, and the thing was $99, brand new. And I remember at the time, I just wish. Oh no! Come on! Damn. Damn. I was not ready for that. I kind of had given up because of the angle that it showed. Like, I thought I fell off the boat too many times, and I was kind of screwed there. Yeah, the GameCube and the Dreamcast, those are like the only systems that I have that I only ended up with like 7, 8 games for. My brother, he bought a Dreamcast like the day that thing came out, and I was so jealous. That thing was so awesome. And it's still awesome. I just wish I had bought more of the games when they were still relevant, because now all the good ones, they're all expensive as hell. And I have a feeling that the Wii U's gonna be like that, so that's why I'm kind of glad that I bought the Wii U, even though, you know, those games have had their share of ports and stuff. But as far as Sega, I mean, you know, they've never re-released like the Saturn or anything from the Dreamcast, only like Sonic, but, you know, they haven't re-released or ported any of the good games. That's why I'm hoping after, you know, September rolls around, when they come out with the new Genesis Mini that they got, I'm hoping that they'll, you know, look into doing like a Sega Saturn Mini, because I've never even touched a Sega Saturn. Like, I remember seeing that thing on the store shelves back in the day, and it was just like, what the hell is that thing? But I didn't know a single person that had it, and I think I only ever played like one of the demos, like maybe once or twice. It was like a local, like JCPenney, and, you know, they had like the kiosk set up, but we would always go there and look at like the PlayStation games. Because at the time, that thing was ruling, and the Saturn was, to me, it was just this completely foreign system. I didn't know what the hell the thing was. Alright. Jesus. Oh. I drove right into his face. No! Zelda Wind Waker. See, that was the reason, too, that I wanted the GameCube. And that's what I got with it. I got... You know, it was used, I want to say I paid like $140 for the GameCube, the Ocarina of Time, which I wish I had never gotten rid of that. I think at some point I traded that for, I think I traded it for Mario Kart Double Dash, which isn't, it's not the worst trade. It could have been way worse, but I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, that wasn't the best trade because now that one's expensive with the Ocarina of Time with the, what is it? It's got like the 4 shields on it or whatever, and it's basically got Ocarina of Time regular and the Master Quest. And I know that's like pretty expensive. I think you could probably spend like $100 on that on like eBay, but then, you know, Mario Kart Double Dash is kind of no different. Like, even that I was looking at recently because, you know, I have a copy of it, but on eBay I think it's at least $50. I think it starts off at like 50. I have a feeling I'm gonna die several more times here. Look at those ears. I think I would love to see this game remade. Let's do it! You're not tricking me this time. Oh, you bastard. So I'm guessing, I mean, I was tapping the button as fast as I could the last time. So I'm guessing you can only fall off the boat a total of twice, maybe? I don't know how many times you have to harpoon. I'm guessing you gotta hit him probably 20 times at least. No! Wait, which way is he coming? Alright, good. Right in the face. See, I keep thinking he's gonna change it up. See, I'm way too far away. See, I made it that time, but I think it's the third time where it's just a no-go. Bam. See, he's swimming too slow. No! I can even hit him when he's dragging me. With my gun? Wait, can I throw spears at him? If that's the case, then I'll probably end up getting to him no problem. I just thought you had to steer. Because it only shows, you know, the aiming, like, after he, you know, mysteriously disappears. I wish these big stump things would get out of the way, though. Goddamn Loch Ness monster. Did about tree fitting. Okay. That didn't start off too good. So that makes sense then. See, I have a feeling that the only way to actually do it and do it effectively is if you don't fall out of the boat once. Because the first time you fall out, I just like didn't really push the button, and he basically swam right to the boat real fast. Yeah, see? I'm dead. Yeah, pushing Y doesn't even do anything. He just stays going the same pace. So you can only fall out of the boat twice. Okay, so the let's kill him quick method didn't really work. And throwing the spears at him while he's pulling you, that doesn't seem effective because you gotta steer out of the way for these giant stump wads. Alright. Gotta get focused. See, he's gonna swim real fast, and I'm not even... Yeah, the first time it does have an effect. The second and third time, though, it almost doesn't even matter if it's been able to like get out of the way of his face like once. Oops. So that's like the 6th or 7th time. You said it took you 8. I wish I could just use my shotgun. So that time, I basically, when he pulled me around the stump, I just tried not to steer one way or the other. Do that and I end up hitting it anyway. What? Come on, that was completely unfair. That's basically the end of this one. I just can't do it. I just can't get it. Thank you. I believe in me too. I'm just trying to get into the zone and I can't. I can't do it. Like the past 4 times I've been like, alright, I'm in the zone. This is gonna be the time. I'm getting all ready in my chair. And then the first thing I do is get spilled out of the boat. I did better the first time or two. I feel like I should just not touch anything. Okay, so not touching anything. That did work. Man, I haven't even been able to throw a spear at him for what seems like a long time now. Each time that it starts over is when I actually blink and my eyes are on fire. You're right, I never actually tried healing. I just want to pull out my shotgun. Maybe I should try doing that. guy here. Alright, it's time to use... It's time to use the big fish. There we go. Alright. Die. I'm not facing you again. He's just like, whoo. What was that all about? So about 5 hours so far. That's not too bad. 3 different actual play sessions.
Leon, it's been 6 hours since our last transmission. I was starting to get worried.
Don't you mean lonely? Anyway, I started to feel dizzy, and then I guess I must have lost consciousness.
Lost consciousness? Maybe that has some connection to what the village chief was talking about.
Alright, take it easy, Crystal Kite.
Can't say.
Thank you for coming out once
I'm all right
again.
now.
Very much.
I'm gonna continue my
Have
mission.
a good night. Do good in school. I'm gonna be... I don't know, I might save it and end it here. I thought about, I don't know, maybe playing Animal Crossing. So... It's an important item hidden in the walls. If you're able to get it, you might be able to get Ashley out of the church. But I'll warn you, the route to the church isn't a walk in the park by any means. They've deployed what's called an El Gigante, so God bless. About what's going on in your body. If I could help you, I would. But unfortunately, it's beyond my power. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and take this flash grenade. Shall cut open this box and take the pitas. And then I'm going to save it. Once again. So guys, that is that for the 3rd segment of Resident Evil 4. As you see here, I'm on the start of Section 2, Chapter 1, or I guess it's Chapter 2, Section 1, or however it goes. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, hit that like button if you like this video. If you want more like this, then, you know what to do. I will be back at a later date for more, and for more of Resident Evil 4.